Hello everyone, welcome back to GamerGuildTV. My name is Richie and I'm joined tonight by none other than Mr. Chris. How are you, Chris?
I'm good, thank you. Good game, folks. Good game chat. Excited to play some Hellblade.
Me too, indeed. So we are playing Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, which is the first Hellblade game. I am going to be on the sticks tonight and I am playing on through the cloud on my Series S. Chris, your background with Hellblade?
Yeah, Hellblade. So a bit of an interesting history. When it launched originally back in, it was ages ago actually. This is what's mad to think that the sequels took so long. Is August 2017 this launched. So before Game Pass was a thing, before Microsoft had acquired them, it came out on PlayStation, Xbox One back in the day. And yeah, I never played it first time around because of the Ninja Theory developers being acquired by Microsoft at the time, only in the PlayStation and Nintendo ecosystem. Didn't want to commit to a game where if they did eventually bring out a sequel, because it was so popular at the time, I probably wouldn't have played it. So I thought, I'm not going to bother if I don't play the sequel. And then all full circle things go with the channel and everything, Richie. We both have Xboxes now. The sequel is arguably one of Xbox's biggest franchises, potentially, in terms of like hype and critical acclaim. And the sequel comes out soon. So yeah, me and you both jumped into it literally, what, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, maybe now? Very, very soon.
Yeah, it must have been only a few. It was this year, definitely.
Absolutely. And as we both anticipated,
for me?
Thoroughly enjoyed it, right?
Yeah.
How about you?
100%. Well, I actually 100%ed the game on Xbox, which is one of only 2 games I've 100%ed. And I believe you 100%ed it as well?
Yeah, I had it, like I said, on PlayStation through some kind of collection or plus or something at some point. So I went back via PlayStation 4 version and got the Platinum Trophy for it. So yeah, I think you recommended it's something that would be right up my street. Yeah. And an easy Platinum Trophy is always going to get me. So yeah, I also finished the game to full completion a matter of weeks ago. So fresh, in line for the sequel, and I'm looking forward to it from everything we've seen.
You know what? With that, let's just get straight in. And while we're getting into it, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you're kept in the loop of all our great content here at GamerGuildTV, such as the weekly podcast, which goes live every single Monday at 8 a.m. GMT on YouTube and podcast services. Our weekly live streams, such as this one, usually at 8 p.m. on a Thursday, and whatever else we decide to send you. We have a membership for as little as 99p, Discord server, and a storefront. All the links you need are in the description.
You're safe with me. I'll be right here.
Yeah.
Nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others.
Do let us know, chat, if you want us to whisper a bit louder, because this game is very spatial awareness ready.
It begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
Facial capture is insane. The eyes.
She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already done. Feel you coming. Quiet.
Yeah, I think that's what it was praised for. Without like a studio kind of with a massive budget, they just absolutely smashed it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Of course, the story behind this is Melina Juergens, who was as part of the development team. She was a stand-in actress for Senua, and she was that damn good with it. They just kept her, and she's now a voice actress, just like that.
Yeah.
Which is an amazing internal story.
It's quite common, isn't it? Well, they use a standing actor so they can like showcase to actual actors. This is kind of roughly what we're looking at.
It's like a storyboard, but a real version. Yeah. Bodies.
Up ahead.
It was weird playing this the first time. I actually didn't, for some reason in my mind, know it was so Norse mythology centric. I kind of knew what it was about, but getting into it was like, oh wow, I didn't realize it went so hard on, like, you are literally in like hell and Midgard and everything, aren't you?
Yeah, I didn't really have much touch base to what the game was about. It looked cool, always looked cool, and it was quite a psychological game.
Yeah, we saw at the start there they got together with loads of like mental health awareness groups for just to basically make sure that everything was accurate and to what it's like living with the things that Senua copes with.
Look around and you will see them. The drowned.
I don't think I'm actually in control of anything over the camera just yet.
Yeah, it's got a nice slow introduction.
Rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't
Yeah, she's essentially got like
always lie still
darkness
here.
living in her head, and it kind of echoes the problems with people who suffer from psychosis.
They're going to do that to
Whilst
you.
also
Can
being
you see
an
them?
epic tale
Can you
of
see
Norse
them? They're going to
mythology
do
and
that to you.
redemption. And what we know about the Senua'S Saga, the sequel as well, is it's roughly the same length, which is really appealing, I think, to you and me. With limited time we have as adults
Yes.
with other responsibilities, it's nice to think there's a gorgeous AAA game coming out straight in the Game Pass on Xbox that's going to maybe only take me a weekend or two.
Yeah, it's a weekend game.
And I'll be playing it on the channel next week, we should point out, as part of the launch. Next Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll be covering it on the channel, so
And I will
keep your
not,
eyes peeled.
because I will be in Rome.
She's afraid. Wouldn't you be?
You could have went to Helheim.
I hope I don't
She
go
would get
Helheim.
used to it by now.
I intend to go
You
to
might.
Rome.
Yes.
You might. It's next door to it.
Darkness.
Are they?
Just a few countries along.
It just
Don't know, it might be really
builds
hot.
itself, growing stronger,
Might be really hot in Rome.
towering over her.
Always the interesting thing with
You may
the
try and
Norse
ignore it.
version of Hell
Turn away.
is, unlike most people, fire and brimstone.
Just out of sight.
It's kind of the opposite, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
ice and cold, and it makes for a very different
makes more sense
state of
when
death.
you think about it. When you think of death and decay, it's always
All you need
cold
to
and
see is
damp and
suffocating power.
it's really just a Christian like version of like hell. That is like
It's like
fire.
Dante's Inferno, isn't it? That,
Yeah.
that kind of emphasizes the image of just like layer and layer of like just rock and lava. And I think there's part of it because hell, you go and imagine it's like the
I
underground,
think she's brave to
like
go
the
on this
underworld, like being
journey.
below us, which the center of the earth is obviously molten core, fire, volcanoes, stuff like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So I can see where it comes from both. But you're right, yeah, dead, end, cold, lifeless, like space itself is cold as well.
Runs far.
So yeah, interesting. Lots of whispers here. Really sets the scene for what's going on.
And we'll
think you're
have
out
a
to land
nice
on the shore.
pleasant boat ride.
Is the volume okay still, chat, for the gameplay? Do let us know. So this will have also been the first Ninja Theory game you've probably played, right? Before this, they'd only really done Devil May Cry,
I've
Disney
played-
Infinity, which I know is not yours.
I've played one of the Devil May Cries. I don't know which one it was.
What is she looking at?
I think
didn't
Heavenly
complete it.
Sword
Yeah.
She-
on the PlayStation 3 was their most famed one,
I know what she's thinking.
which is kind of what led them to Devil May Cry.
I hear her thoughts.
I think they only
It's
did
not
the
too
ports
late
for
to
Devil May
get
Cry. I don't think they
into
didn't
the
make it though. That was Capcom.
No one will judge her.
And this game definitely isn't very hack and slash at all.
No. It is combat, but it's
Loose combat, isn't it?
yeah.
There's no going back.
Oh, there goes your logboat.
Senua pushes away a world that
It's
conspired
floated
to
off so
force
Kratos
her
can
herself.
pick it up and continue on his journey.
There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward
What
to.
I did appreciate, and for those who haven't played the game, is the
didn't
little
you
voices
join
in your
us?
head work as a really clever way to kind of
Maybe
guide you through
two
the
have a
world.
part to play
Yeah.
in
It's
this
like you don't
story.
need tutorials, you don't need a mini map. It's just the voices go, turn left, go left. You've missed something. What was that? And it
And
kind of
sometimes it straight up insults you. It goes,
oh yeah, yeah.
You're
You
an
missed it.
Closer
Yeah.
look to see.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
She needs to focus now.
She needs to use her eyes.
Do not forget my stories, Senua,
so I have 100% of
Your
this game, which is why the runes are
comes
all
from
white.
hell, and your fate.
Yeah, it was a
lies
nice
there.
little achievement kind of guide when you're collecting these. They all light up individually, so if you've missed one, you can see pretty much straight away where you've missed it and how far
Yeah,
back.
because the dots separate the levels out.
You must leave the
Mhm.
islands of
Yeah, it's
Orkney
quite clever.
across the eastern sea
I did actually enjoy the stories of the totems as well, like going through the world and hearing like this little side story almost, but without seeing it, just the storytelling. And I'm so glad the guy keeps talking once you leave the totem. You don't have to stay like still attached to the totem to hear it.
It's something games need to do better. I think it was like Horizon Zero Dawn did it really well. So instead of picking up an audio a log where you have to go into a menu to read or listen to it, it just went. You just pick up the audio log and off you go.
Yeah, it would play through the controller as well, right?
Oh yeah.
I remember the game I was scared the hell out of. I think it was Killzone Shadowfall, but like the PS4 launch title. You're in like a room, I think it was Burnt Bodies, and you pick up a voice note, and it's like very Dead Space, creepy, eerie. Don't really know what's going on, and then the guy who's previously burnt to death in the room on fire screams out of the controller, and it scared the shit out of me. It's not even a scary game.
You know what game scared the shit out of me? Minesweeper.
Minesweeper?
Terrifying? Click along square, you dead.
I mean, that's a very entry-level point of horror.
I try to hide from horror games. I have promised my girlfriend I will occasionally play them with her though.
Well, where is this at? Because this is kind of skirting the line.
I think this is okay because there's it's not jump scary stuff. It's more thriller kind of stuff. It's more ambient horror.
There's some bits later on, Mind in the Dark, which are quite, especially with the surround sound, because this game, we should stress, needs to be played with surround sound for the whispers in her head, and later on in some of the further elements of the game.
Yeah. It's like
so here we go.
Tales the one where I think although it is horror themed, I wouldn't describe it as a horror game.
Yeah, it's like The Last of Us as well.
Yeah.
It's got very big scary creatures in it, but it's not really horror. So he's Senua. She can hear the voices of the head she's carrying, right?
I think so, yeah. Or at least she thinks she can.
Again, problem with psychosis is it's just like multiple layers of voices and thoughts, isn't it? And you don't really know what's you, what's not you, and that's why it becomes a bit difficult.
Darkness is in Helheim, and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved.
That hair must weigh a lot.
Dillian.
With all them trinkets in and the sheer length of it.
Yeah, but she's tough.
She is one tough cookie. So you're on the sticks fully now, you got a bit of freedom?
Yeah.
Brilliant. And what are we doing? We're heading to that bridge, right?
I believe so. I think we roughly need to head towards that thing.
Mount Crumpet, where the Grinch lives. Yeah.
I forget its name. She forgets too.
So you're playing Richie via Xbox
But
Cloud
she does
Gaming
remember
on the Series S, correct?
Yes, I am.
That part wasn't so easy to forget.
How was it feeling responsiveness-wise? Because obviously this is a older game as well. I think it is locked at 30 frames.
But
But it's not that frenetic, so it's not
It feels
problematic.
fine for now. I wonder what it's like when we get into combat. I think that'll be like the real test of the responsiveness. But to be honest, I've never had an issue with that with Xbox Cloud Gaming. My issues with Xbox Cloud Gaming sometimes is just things like the screen tearing and refreshing and stuff.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it does feel like the image is compressed more than like Stadia or even PlayStation Now
9 worlds.
is.
The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard.
Were you expecting
Gods of
to
earth,
have any
waters,
combat in
and
this
sea
game when you first
dwell in
started playing?
Valheim.
I was expecting to have more.
The
To be
good
honest.
elves dwell in Alfheim.
Do you think the
The
sequel
evil
will have
ones
more? I think
dwell
they've
in
said they're going to
Svartalfheim.
commit to a bit more
The mountain
variety.
giants
Yeah,
dwell in
I think
Jotunheim.
that is one of the criticisms of the
giants
game.
dwell in
The
Muspelheim.
combat pretty much plays out the same every
Niflheim
single
is the
time,
world of ice and darkness.
but it's not a combat game. So,
Only the dead dwell in Helheim.
well, yeah, as long as they don't overdo
That's
it.
where you must travel.
Because if they don't, you don't want to turn it into a hack and slash game. It'd lose what makes it special. But more combat, a bit more variety in it.
There's an interesting fact about the original and then the sequel as well, is the sequel was showcased at the Game Awards, and it was the first Game Awards you and me covered back in 2019, Richie.
Oh wow!
That's how long ago the sequel was revealed. So that'll be when we did the Game Awards with Chase and Eddie.
Oh yeah.
And Dan from Stadia Source. So we got like the X-Men of the Google Stadia world together. Stayed up till 4 or 5 in the morning.
Or else
had
not
some
necessary
drinks,
for them.
and, yeah, not necessary for them. It was a reasonable time for them folks. But yeah, 2019. That's how long ago it was since this game was revealed. The sequel was revealed, which I think is why it's getting to that point where everyone's just ready for it.
I was just hiding. Fine, I live longer.
We haven't said hi to people in the chat, so we have Simon, we have Big Lawrence, we have another Simon, Jin, and we have Meg.
Meg,
Everyone.
funnily enough, perfect timing, one of the originals from the Stadia world.
Ruth? Is that you?
Yeah, we haven't.
From my tales of the Northmen.
Yeah, Big Lawrence in the chat says, didn't know anything about this game when he played it, was blown away by the atmosphere it creates. Headphones on and it absolutely sucks you in. Completely right. And yes, Meg, we are checking out this ahead of the sequel, just getting ready. We've both finished it, but we thought we'd go back and see how it performs by the cloud.
You kept your vow.
Guide you. And
That's how I intend to play the sequel next week.
Yeah.
I will tell you.
I really like the effect they did with this guy, because he's not animated, right? He's just video.
Yeah,
I may walk.
I believe so, but they've put an effect over it so he looks like ethereal,
Tell me the story
and it kind of makes it work in the world.
Yeah, that's what they do that with Alan Wake too a little bit, where they clearly save a lot of money on just recording an actor,
Yeah.
but then they tweak the atmosphere a little bit so it just fits, it works.
What's hidden in plain sight.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find what
See if I can remember how to do this.
Take a closer look.
I believe, don't I have to come back over here?
Yeah, there was one or two of these puzzles that caught me out a little bit, where I just could not figure out where to stand.
It's the first one's the difficult one.
Is it not in the big cave wall behind you?
All the way, all the way.
No,
back.
behind you, like where the V intersection point is.
Ah, there it is.
There.
Yeah, the shadow.
Look towards the gate. And the gate will open.
So these, with it being the first one, I remember getting stuck there. I was like, what am I missing?
Follow it. What's behind the gate?
I was trying to line up the thing of all, the floating M's
It worked.
Yeah,
initially.
trying to collect them all.
Yeah.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learned their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid the heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
He really doesn't like the Northmen. As a Northman, Chris, how do you feel about that?
Another
Bring it on.
voice joins us.
We'll show you.
Try to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real.
The guy who's voicing actually, he's got a history of
Always here.
doing voiceovers in video games. Nothing major, but he's been around the block. Did some work previously on Neo with Ninja Theory, of course. He's in Mass Effect,
Same with heights.
Final Fantasy Stormblood,
Stand on the edge.
Hellblade, this one, Star Wars
Pretend it's going
Battlefront,
to be okay.
a couple of Lego games,
But you know that death is
Chorus,
near, waiting for you to
Plague
make
Tale
that
Requiem, he's a couple of the
little
soldiers.
slip.
Chorus is one of the games I
Can't just
completely
push
forgot
things
existed.
Fun game. Did you find the runes for the most part quite easy to find, maybe bar 1 or 2 as you played through it?
Yeah,
Daughter of
the game's not very big, so...
The gods feared her bloodline.
And they do light up quite conveniently.
Much worse on her father's.
There is some near the
So,
end
as
when
a
you go to the
child,
labyrinth.
The
That's quite
Allfather cast her
harder
down
to
into
find.
Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all
But
of the
we-
9
we
worlds,
definitely won't get
only
to that
Hela
point in this
can
stream.
resurrect the dead.
No.
To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed. And with her,
I
you
actually
must
can't see
bargain.
what I'm doing here.
Yeah, it's there are some parts that are very, very dark. And usually cloud gaming does the black isn't quite a true black. It's
Yeah,
almost
it's
like
very
a grey.
crushed and
It's the artifact of black. It struggled. If anyone remembers when Game of Thrones hit its last season and they did some of the final battles, they shot it in dark to save money on CG. I don't know how you watched it, Richie. I think I watched them via Now TV in the UK, which is a streaming service. And the quality at launch, it's so bad. Like any scene in the dark, you could see black artifacting over the scene like all the time, and it was so frustrating to watch.
it's the compression algorithms for the stream. It's like
it almost like can't comprehend the subtleties and the slight differences in darkness. So it just goes, here's a couple of squares all over the place. But that's on Sky Now TV. That's who we're playing for that. The darkness.
I believe you think I'm well.
I knew you were going to do that.
You have to. It's the
Oh.
You took him from me.
Is she talking to us?
She's talking to you out there.
Thank you.
The viewer.
Let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
It's quite a tormented soul, isn't she?
Yes.
Oh yes, this is the path.
Right. I
Let's see
cannot
how
remember
we-
the controls, so
Yeah, I'm curious to see how you fare with the combat. One hit.
I generally don't. Right. That's blocked.
Because it doesn't really teach you, does it? It just kind of does it. I struggled with the combat.
And I didn't look.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's locked combat, isn't it? It's not really fluid as you'd expect. I think that's because like the game likes to keep the camera firmly planted
I've
behind
got heavy
Senua.
attack as well as a light one.
Yeah, I think it's R1 for light, right? R2
No,
for heavy.
it's Y and X.
Really?
R1's block.
Oh, I think that's probably why I struggle with the combat then, because it's just not traditional.
B's kick
Go on, demon.
and A's kind of dodge.
Some of the creatures you fight are quite
Right.
scary, mate.
Do this bit again.
Beats me. You have to perfect parry them, or just move away from them. Or do you have a special? Or maybe you have to die at this point. I can't. Oh no,
I think I
she
might
has
have to die.
doesn't she?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does, because it's introducing you to the rot, isn't it? That if you die too many times, you lose your game. And I think this is where the game actually came in for some criticism, because it makes out as though if you die too many times, the story will end. But then I don't think it ever actually follows through on the threat.
No.
It gives you an option to kind of restart, which is like, I appreciate what they may be trying to go for, but like permadeath. Although you look pretty dead there, to be fair. I'm pretty sure when I had this, it was only my hand that got burnt.
A vision
Okay.
of what's to come.
What was that?
Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold.
Imagine your hand rotting,
It will spread
Yeah.
towards her
like
head,
while you still live.
the seed of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
grow each time you fail.
That's just what you
See,
say.
there's your threat, but I don't think it actually does end. Although there was a few points it did have me worried later in the game, and I thought, oh, this rot's getting quite... Like, I didn't know like where the cutoff point was. Like, when it gets to your neck, do you die? Is it your head fully taken over? It's almost like Hangman. Do you play the Hangman with just the arms and legs, or is it the whole body as well?
I think that was the point. It doesn't necessarily have to end your game. It's you need to believe it does. Because that would, knowing that you have a finite number of lives, but you don't know how much, will completely change the way you approach the game.
And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
He's not breathing.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim.
Some cool boss fights actually with them
the
too.
Land of the dead.
I do want to go Surt or Valravan.
It won't take.
I think we'll go Surt, just because we're all familiar with, like, I would say Surta, but obviously the pronunciation is probably bastardized by the MCU and everything over the years. But
Yeah.
Surta, big massive fire demon who destroys Asgard, voiced by none other than Clancy Brown, aka Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob SquarePants.
As you do.
As you do.
I went to the wrong door.
Oh, did you? Oh, so we're going to see Valravan.
Well, I
Who's the
walked
bird
up
one,
to
right?
the door, so I haven't walked through it.
Ah, okay.
Cannot be opened without it.
Do you get a choice?
I think so.
Valravan's like the crow bird, right?
Yeah. So this one
Illusions.
should be set.
That's the main door, isn't it? It says left and right, there's two doors.
First, face the gods that guard it.
That
The
one.
god of fire, Surt.
I would have thought red would have been fire,
Yeah.
to be fair. That's a pretty
Spill their blood
fair
to
estimate.
open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Fight the gods. And this kind of world, it's a bit similar to the God of War series, where they are gods, but they are still
Comes from a land
humanized almost.
Yeah.
Like they still live in the same realm as you. Like gods don't exist on this plane you'll never see. They are very much people you can interact with in this time frame, this era, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I do like the thought of that. It's the same with like Greek mythology and stuff. Like they all just live up on Mount Olympus, but it is actually reachable. You just have to risk the perils of the journey to get there.
Which include the gods themselves.
She found
'Cause
the
they do not
red
want to
doll
get you
fall
there.
on her way back from the
No,
wilds.
you're not welcome there. You're not a god, right? So
Outcast.
Might be.
All over.
that was kind of what was really cool about the Ragnarok and PlayStation series. Of just like you come across these gods and they have like just
Like her.
normal houses, like
spoke of
live
this
in
in
like
dark.
normal, like I guess lives, like have families and stuff. But obviously to fellow humans, they are like these crazy powerful beings that are eternal.
If you're looking for like the runestones, there's one in that little cave over there. I'm not gonna. I went the wrong way. I'm not gonna get
That's
it. because,
fine.
yeah.
We're not here hunting runestones tonight.
No. If I remember, this one was more combat focused than Valravan.
Yeah. I'm expecting lots of fire, if I recall.
Yeah.
Fire, puzzles.
You're going towards him. You see the fires.
Oh, they do pop up quick sometimes. Oh,
Yeah.
there is something creepy about wearing a Dean's skull over your head.
Let them get behind you.
There's a character on Time Splitters back in the day on PlayStation 2 and GameCube.
Yeah.
And he was called the Deer Haunter, and he was a reimagined carcass of a deer, but he would walk on all like on his hind legs, so like upright like a human. And he just had like all his muscles exposed, whereas a deer, I guess he was like skinned and gutted, ready to be eaten, but then somehow became reanimated. And when he's chasing you around, even though it's like very cartoon aesthetic, it's quite scary. Like for like just a shooter game back in PlayStation 2 era.
Defend yourself.
There's actually a big element of that in Alan Wake 2, where like there's like a cult in the forest, and they pretty much rep the deer heads as well.
Yeah, I still need to go back and play Alan Wake 2.
You do. At the moment, I would recommend probably waiting for the whatever the next content. I'm sure there's supposed to be some content out in the next month. Well, actually, we'll probably see it at Summer Game Fest, because Jeff Keighley is big friends with the folks over at Remedy. So I think we'll get an announcement next month. 4 weeks, Richie, to Summer Game Fest.
Indeed, cannot wait.
Rumours of a PlayStation showcase, Ubisoft Forward, huge news this week. Looking forward to actually talking about it on the podcast.
Surprising timing of the Ubisoft news. Considering they've got a Forward planned in a few weeks.
But gives us stuff to talk about.
Do you think they're going to double dip?
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Next one's going to be a gameplay trailer?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they have the Forward and then followed up with like a special Assassin's Creed segment at the end. They've done that in the past, right? They've ended their whole showcase by dedicating half an hour to just Assassin's Creed.
I should probably explain what I did there, because I actually remembered what to do. You have to use the environment to make the runes. But to make the Y
tree,
rune, I used that pole and the crucifix behind.
Yeah, I do enjoy these puzzles.
And you can, in reverse, you can see that pole, and the pole with the thing sticking out of it forms the H. I don't know what the runes are actually called in Norse, but that's just what they look like. They look like a Y and a H to me.
Yeah, that's all I always do.
Yeah.
Call them by what they look like.
Chat, let us know what they actually are. If you know.
Oh, look, I'll do some research. Nordic runes. So do we have a H and a Y?
Yeah. Almost like somewhere between an N and a H, and a Y with an extra sticky up bit.
Well, they don't really make any sense from what they translate to, I don't think.
I don't know how the Nordic runic language translates. It might not be a direct translation.
Yeah, the Y is Algiz, and that is actually the letter Z, whatever that relates to. And that was it an N? Did we say, or a H?
Somewhere between an N and a H.
In Helgalas, which is a H, so that's actually quite good. I like runes.
Look cool.
Yeah. I like the concept of the reason they use them is just because they can all be chiseled, because everything's just straight lines, so you can carve them into rock.
Well, it makes sense. That's why they would form that way.
Those who's watching along will remember Tom from some of our old shows. He's got a Nordic tattoo made up of runes on his arm, hasn't he?
He does, yeah.
Don't know what of exactly. Maybe a protection charm. Save him from cloud gaming.
Yeah, save him from cloud gaming. Cloud gaming works.
And a lot of folks will probably know as well, you'll see it almost every day, but the Bluetooth logo is made up of two Nordic runes. Overlap.
One means blue and the other means tooth. Is that right?
And it's, I believe so, yeah. And then it's King Harold Bluetooth, weirdly enough. Harold Bluetooth, was that it? Harold's initials. I'm sure that's how it means, but either way, he doesn't get any royalties for his name being used.
The fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
There we go, the man behind the tooth. Do you want to know the tooth?
Yeah, go for it.
For how innovative the technology is, the name doesn't sound techie. It's not an acronym and doesn't stand for anything. So what does it mean? Apparently, the name dates back to more than a millennia to King Harald Bluetooth Gormson, who was well known for two things: uniting Denmark and Norway in 958, and his dead tooth, which was a dark blue-grey colour, and earned him the nickname Bluetooth.
Absolutely nothing to do with anything. They just went for it.
Nope. But it did identify the first time technology industries actually collaborated. So in '93, it was Intel, Ericsson, and Nokia standardized short-range radio technology. So rather than go off and do their own things, looking at you, Sony, who likes your proprietary tech, they actually teamed up and made something that is now universally accepted.
I wonder if they were inspired by Harold Bluetooth, or saw
Maybe,
like
yeah,
common ground in there. Yeah. Where's Nokia from again? Is it
How will she get through?
Scandinavian? I'm not
Yeah.
sure which one, but it is one of those. Finland, I want to say, because
Find your own path.
I think Ericsson is as well, right? Sven-Goran Eriksson.
Yeah.
Find your own
He's Swedish.
path. Just have to find it.
But yeah, I don't like how it goes on and says later that when the name became serious, Bluetooth was to be replaced with radio wire or PAN, personal area networking. But the exhaustive search discovered that already tens of thousands of people had already used Bluetooth through the internet, so they trademarked it.
Yeah.
Because he is like
You know what? It stuck.
Yeah.
The tech got out before we had a chance to finish the branding, so well, that's the branding now.
Remember when everything had infrared on it? Like
Yeah.
your Game Boy Color, where you had to actually had to point and get the signal lined up with each other, like a TV remote, just to share Pokemon or whatever.
Yeah. No one in the West, I know in the UK, no one ever really used it. It seemed to be more like Japanese thing, infrared, because we all use stinky link cables.
Stinky link cables.
But it wasn't nice
Yeah.
for the link cable for the Game Boy Pocket and the Game Boy Color and the original Game Boy, all different. Or something like
Yeah.
that.
Standard. See, Mr. Bluetooth had the right idea. You just need to standardize and come together.
But they were the days before USB. I mean, if you're an Apple fan, that's still now, but
Yeah, not anymore.
no, because see, you forced them. Not because it saw sense.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt.
Soot.
I searched for meaning
I think that's where we get soot from.
in their eyes,
Soot.
Could be.
but they just
Fire demon, ash, that kind of thing. I mean, he's not a demon, fire god. Gather of the realm. What realm is Serta from?
Muspelheim.
Is it Muspel? Oh yeah, that's the fiery one, isn't that? Makes sense. Must be.
I probably completely butchered the pronunciation, but
Elfheim's the one with the elves, right? Or is that Svartalheim?
Svartalheim's dwarves, Alfheim is the elves.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hell is just hell.
Yeah.
Which is
Midgard
where you
and
are right now.
Asgard. Midgard is Earth. And Asgard isn't a place, it's a people.
Very true.
This could be Asgard.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I ask the gods for mercy. All
When you
of
think
them,
about the
even theirs.
MCU, Odin effectively invaded Norway.
In the end, I
Yeah.
set myself free.
Right, this is mine now.
Claimed it for his own. Well, he did that to all the 9 realms with Hela.
Find
remember?
your own
Yeah.
path, like I find mine.
That's one of the things I'm curious about the MCU after Love and Thunder as well. Not Love and Thunder, the Loki TV series. He goes back to like a fair, I think, in early United States times, and they have like a Viking like piece of art on display, and it has Odin, Thor, and Balder, and it doesn't have Loki. And he's always like, they always show them two, and it's like acknowledging that they have another brother who's yet to even be mentioned in the MCU.
Yeah.
Who obviously in the God of War games is like a really key part of the story. So be interesting. Guess it sets up to have more Thor stories
Northmen
with
of hell
without
worship
treading the
the
same
powers
Loki story over and over again.
insatiable gods of
Yeah.
darkness.
I haven't actually seen
come from Erebor,
Loki season 2.
where I
It's
once
worth it,
followed my own
especially for
God.
the kind of the
It's what I've
culminating
done.
end of it all and what it means
Why did you abandon
to the wider
Kind of
world.
just my interest in the MCU fell off a cliff.
Knowledge, not a warrior.
There's been too many misses since Endgame.
Well, what you should do is watch the X-Men animated series.
We did start watching it, and we need
Like
to go
you,
back.
Senua.
Yeah, that's
Man,
epic.
I
The
once
finale's
was.
out now, so
Yeah.
it's done. Big Lawrence has to go in the chat.
Even
Said he's
gods
got his
you
alarm
worship
set for
die.
6 a.m. tomorrow. So he's going to call it a night. Thanks for stopping by. No, we jumped on a bit later tonight, didn't we?
Yeah.
So thanks for jumping in, though.
There's one of 2 rooms down.
And Connor says he's cooking gourmet chicken and couscous. Well, it's not gourmet.
No,
Can couscous be gourmet? Like, if we're really honest with ourselves?
probably yeah, but like
Nah.
it's just
Any
stuff, isn't it?
food you have to say twice, it's clearly not gourmet.
Yeah, it's trying too hard.
Why is it not just couscous?
Yeah.
Why is it couscous?
Yeah, can I have the plate of couscous, please?
Couscous.
Where is the it's not the M I'm looking for. It's something else. Aha. So this way. Yep. Oh, that's the gate. Oh, it's in the trees.
Trees.
Yeah.
There's an X.
Is it from the other side though?
Oh, it's not an M. It's like 2 diamonds in it. It's like a turned over
Yeah.
sand timer.
I'm sure it's something to do with these trees.
But they're too obviously misshaped, aren't they, to not be part of it?
Yeah.
Is it the absence of them? It's just yeah. There you go. You're getting closer. Go left a bit more, so you bring that other tree into play. Yeah, keep going left. Keep going left. Like there we go. Yeah. So X. So because of X-Men, I've been constantly just humming like for like 4 days now.
I used to be able to play that on guitar. Can't remember how to play it. If I looked at a tab, I'd be able to. Am I missing? Oh, there. I was saying, am I missing something here?
So somebody's chained up there.
Got to run.
You have to make quick begonia.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of cheating because I do remember quite a lot of this.
Yeah. Zipping through it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you do have to
Slow
balance on the
down there, or
beams.
is that just my end? You do have to balance on it.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you use gyro controls or just the sticks?
I was just using the sticks. I don't think of gyro controls unless I'm playing on Nintendo. Trade.
People died.
Fighting the fire.
See there, that was the directions you were talking about earlier. Do I need to kill these or do I need to kill away?
I think anytime a fight happens, you're kind of like locked into like a circle ring until you kill them.
No latency issues at all here. I'm getting my time parries right. Almost. Get out the fire.
Does the fire actually hurt? Does it?
It does, I think. I think you can die if you stay in the fire for too long.
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the cry.
This is a game that I think would work really well for God of War camera treatment, you know, when it's completely seamless.
You see the world anew.
Yeah, it's very much locked in for the whole journey, isn't it? Bar one or two cutscenes or cuts away. Gets past when sometimes cuts to like darkness because it hides it well, but
Yeah, God of War does that.
Yeah, true.
Hjorvar, it's me on the sticks and not that far really. Done the opening section, then you get to a room where you get a branching path. I've picked one of them. I'm probably about halfway through that branching path. I have no memory of this place. That's an obvious thing.
You think?
I need to get down to the gate first, though. There's a rune. You know what? Since I'm next to it.
The Northmen say
Might as well
that at
give it a listen.
Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them.
So I think that's probably
Wherever
where
he
I'll
goes,
do that rune from.
flame
here.
will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
I've come the wrong way, actually. I was meant to come down here first.
Yeah, to go all the way around.
Yeah. I think I was meant to come down rather than across, because I need to activate this.
I think I got stuck here a little bit.
Tell me true.
On the one on the
How did you
bridge.
escape your darkness?
I think there's one in the tower as well, isn't there?
Purpose. I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by
Did
fear.
I get that?
I could see it
Yeah.
clearly in others. Even my cat
Imagine if you had to get it from the inside.
feared the fire of Surt.
That's definitely outside.
During one raid,
The wrong way, in the inside.
I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I
Right. There's the thing.
free.
So use the
I'm glad I found
environment.
you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
One left.
It's all up the tower, isn't it?
Yeah. How do I get up the tower though? And which tower is it? Is it that tower?
It's that one, yeah, the one over there. I actually just pointed out it with my mouse cursor for some reason on my screen. Like, oh yeah, it's that one right there. Just
Yeah.
head up.
Ah, here we are. I always think I'm surprised how well graphically this game holds up.
Yeah, there's a definite lot. Of
This is one I
polish.
think I struggled with a bit.
Yeah, same.
Was it?
Is it on the? It's on the floor because this is it. Because it tells you it's up here, but then I don't know if it is up
Is it
here.
in here? It's the kind of P room that we're looking for. I feel like that's getting close there.
Yeah, because it kind of like lightens up, doesn't it?
Yeah. You can tell you're in the right place by the density of like the floating rooms.
Yeah.
This is the right place.
Right.
That actually fits.
Yeah, I thought there was a few things. I'm like, right, I've got it. It's there. Right, I think.
It's obvious when you see it. That's the problem.
If you go down and go into that barn right in front of you.
That one.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is up the tower though. I've already got one from in the barn.
Was it a P?
No, it might have been a P actually. Yeah, yeah, it was because it's the there's like a Y-shaped beam and another thing,
Cool.
isn't there?
Also. So is it 2 letter P's that we're after? Or D's or whatever they're supposed to be?
Yeah. There's one that looks exactly like a P, and there's this one that looks like a triangle with a stick.
Oh, I don't think you're ever going to get this. You might.
Have you looked it up?
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Well, that's a tough one, that.
That is hard.
Is that...
It doesn't really look like it because of the roof.
Yeah.
If you put a hole in that roof, you can see it.
Yeah, looking at the comments on this YouTube video, it's like, that one was really tricky. I didn't want to cheat, but I did. That last letter. Tough puzzle, that one. Last symbol, had to cheat, driving me bonkers. 1.5 hours.
Oh, I'm not looking for a room for 1.5 hours, yeah.
Thank you so much. The last one was hard. Thank you, really. Thanks, bro. Effing thank you. 30 minutes in, that last one took before looking at YouTube.
Well, I got it, so you also.
You did. You have done it before, though.
I have, that's true. I knew it was up there somewhere, but that doesn't help.
There's somewhere deep in your memory banks going, it's in this area.
Yeah, well, I know the floating runes, the more dense they are. Like,
Skip my darkness.
so even if I didn't remember it was in the tower, I'd know to find. I would have found that anyway. But...
Run, Senua! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop me! Run, Senua! Run! Through the fire!
Run, Senua!
She's dying.
It's dying.
Did I actually die?
Looks like it. Did you hang around in the fire too long, or were you too
I
slow?
don't know. No, this has got to be. Yeah, this is story.
And I didn't think you died, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Lee in the chat.
This
Cloud Gaming
darkness
Dad.
takes everything.
Hope you're good, Lee.
Everything.
Good
Evening.
Senua. Are you sure you want
Lots of the original Stadia folks showing up tonight, Richie. It's like the allure of cloud gaming is too much.
side by side? We always do.
This is my battle.
Cloud gaming is awesome.
I have to face it
Yeah, it's a
alone.
good point. Hjorvar in
Away
the
from
chat
you.
says, don't forget there were 20 people who did a Hellblade where they've upstaffed to 90 or
I
100
don't
now.
know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I want you
creepy when you say
I will
that.
come back to you. I promise. Come on.
Spill the blood of Celtic.
Take his boss fight.
And I will cheer you from where you go and forever be in your debt.
You destroyed everything.
That mask looks
Everyone.
uncomfortable.
But not me. Fight now.
I mean, his head's on fire. That would be the more uncomfortable of the two things, I would have thought.
The fire giant is meant to be on fire.
So
Shit, wrong button.
they can see your weakness.
Immediately teaches you a lesson.
Yes, I can't parry that. I'm getting my ass kicked here.
You are getting a lesson.
It's not over.
That's why he's a god.
He's getting stronger. You must stop him. You must stop him. Search is getting stronger. Stop him.
You getting frame drops there, or is that just my end through Discord?
I think I am frame dropping.
Because yeah, the sequel came under some criticism for being locked at 30 frames, which I think we both agree that this type of game doesn't necessarily need the 60.
Yeah, the frame drops are not for me in the game. I think it's the stream that's dropping them.
Well, that's why we do this via cloud, to test out the quality of not only
But
our
the
own,
game's smooth as hell, so it's not
hell with 1 L.
hell with 4 L's.
4 L.
Yeah.
The flame shield. Stay back. Stay back. Focus. It's the only way.
You don't really get a health bar either, do you?
No. I kind of like that you don't. It's because that lack of knowledge. You're not working down a health bar. You just fight, try and survive the fight.
He's almost got like a pyramid head mask.
He does. Made of twigs. You're asking for story-heavy games. What's your perfect length? If we're talking just linear story, maybe 20 hours.
Yeah.
Greater
If you're talking a story in an open world, it can be longer, but
so it goes.
Yeah, I think there's different scale, isn't there,
yeah.
of them. I think recently, the Plague Tale ones for me are a great example of they don't overstay their welcome, and they are probably about 15 hours.
Yeah.
This is quite short by comparison. But yeah, I'd say 15 to 20 is quite a good standard.
I made a promise.
Although I really enjoyed Stray, and that was like what, 4? If you took it at a pit, if you're going for the trophy,
Yeah.
if you're going at leisurely, I'd say 4 and a bit.
I still think that was an awesome bit of content when me and you raced it.
Fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
Cat race.
Darkness comes.
I still never got the platinum in that.
Vow to guide you
You can go back to it one day.
in this life and the next.
One day.
Maybe when the sequel's due out.
I will see you in hell.
Straight
Be ready
to.
to face
There's a pun in there somewhere.
horror in the eye, as I have. To find your answers. Your quest. Your truth.
And that is set a kill.
Is he dead permanently, or?
I have no idea.
Truth was a troubled man. Scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world. Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. If his tales of hell were true, then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him, until she too could see what he saw.
I come the right way here. I don't think I have. No, I have not.
It's quite rare you get turned around in this game. Like you might do once or twice, but
Yeah.
it is quite good at pointing you in the straight direction.
Yeah, I'm literally running back the way I came. Technically, this is an open world game.
It gives me big Tomb Raider vibes, actually.
Yeah.
Like the mini pocket worlds. Not quite as explorating, but it's there.
Yeah, I always liked the Tomb Raider reboot. The first one especially. You know how it's like it's all on the same island, and you traverse through different parts of the island, and you end up looking back on yourself several times.
You simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others,
This way, I believe.
you know when it is true.
Yeah, we're almost back.
A stranger in your own body.
So then do you need to go straight to
An
the
imposter.
Crowbird one?
Yeah.
And nothing is the same ever again.
Valrama.
I doubt we'll get through Valravan tonight, though.
No.
We can do a bit of them,
She'll
though.
do so again. You can be sure of that.
Theta is the more combat heavy of the two, I believe.
I think the next one's the puzzle doors, isn't it? You've got to go through a couple of doors. Here we go. There's always every new area. There's always a few. Beautiful...
You know what? I think even when I've played through myself, no matter how long I've played for, I still never got used to A being dodged.
Yeah, same.
Finish
I think I always want to default to the typical like
B.
circle being roll, L1 being block. Like, it's those kind of like RPG mechanics.
Yeah, I've done. It's R1 that's blocked.
Yeah.
Get up quick.
I've done L1 to block a hack quite a few times.
It's not over. It's not over. You want it. Behind you. Finish this. Finish this. Finish it.
The shield guy's got quite annoying
Yeah.
for me later in the game, like just because of like
I think I remember
get
if you
surrounded
pick them.
by a few.
Yeah.
The gate won't open.
She can't get through.
Why
Let's go
not?
to the gate.
She can't.
Why?
She's only done one test.
Just one.
She's only passed one test.
What's the other test? Is there
She's only passed one test, Chris.
The gate won't open.
It said Valravan. Valravan. Dark magic.
Why we head to the second?
It said Valravan.
No, he didn't. She must have passed the test. The second test.
She can sense darkness coming.
She has to challenge Valravan.
There must be another test.
Valravan is magic.
If she wants to open the gate, she has to challenge Valravan.
Yes, I know. I am in Valravan's area. So that's the gate. Yeah, this is where this like weird illusion stuff goes on.
You have to hit it from the other side. Oh no. Oh no, you are the other side to release it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that were the more complex puzzles where you've got to go through the doorways.
But you have
the
to go
arches
with,
and then back out.
with a certain direction. So if I look at that wall there, obvious door. Oh.
You have to go. You have to go around it and then back in. So if you go do a loop around. So you go through it, and then go all the way back around to the side. It's like one lap round.
I don't know.
Not like lap through the door. Isn't that what you got to do? So go through the arch and
I
then.
thought when you went through the arch, it would. Do I have to activate the arch somehow?
Yeah, so I'm saying you've got to go through the arch.
Yeah.
And then back around to the other side again, so you can see it. So you've gone through it. So now loop back around the arch.
Oh, I'm with you. Yeah.
So you need to like go
Pass
through
through
into
twice,
the other world, yeah, and then come back around again. That's why it gets a bit complex when I think later in the game there's like multiple arches.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now you've been through it once. If you go and look through the same place again, it might have activated from this side. Nope. Maybe not. Unless there's another way, you have to go back through.
Do I have to interact with the door first or something?
For it to trigger the tutorial of how the arches work.
Yeah.
Quite possible.
Yes, I do.
Illusion hides the path to Valravn.
Yeah, it does, and it's up there on the hill where we just walked through. That happens in video games so much, doesn't it?
When you're overconfident, go, I know what to do, and then it won't let you do it.
Ends up taking twice as long.
So, doorway, open doorway.
Yeah. I do think it's very clever how video games can do that. It's why it works so well in horror games, when like they can take stuff by just like you look left and then look right,
Like
and the whole world could have changed.
Like if I go through this doorway, something happens, and suddenly I look back and that's different.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think I was singing the praises when we were talking about the Arkham Shadow that was announced. That like the VR Arkham Asylum VR did a really good job of like, you would look in the mirror, look to your left and look back in the mirror, and like Batman would see the Joker's reflection instead, and it was like proper jump scare, didn't expect it, but you could only do that in video games.
Yeah.
Where like you control what's going on.
Especially with
PT.
VR.
Oh, absolutely. PT did it really good, didn't it? Like you look down a corridor, like you'd open a door and look back through into the same room you've just left, and it's a completely different room. So clever.
I still think VR is the most immersive form of video games, but still hasn't figured out how to make games. It feels more like still, in most cases, experience. There's a few exceptions, but
because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
Take him down! Take him down! Get him down! They're winning!
Oh, you got your powers.
yeah. You unlock them in the fight with Saga.
Behind you!
Oh shit.
Find a good position! Don't let them surround you. Behind you!
Yeah, I did love this mode.
Yeah.
I feel like an absolute boss. Nicely job.
The Northmen will not stop her. She will find what she
Big door to open on your own.
Yeah, that's got to be really heavy. Look how thick it is. Don't make doors like that nowadays.
No.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Allowing the ravens to break his magic.
Quotes the raven.
Show me what you have seen, Truth.
Through. Ah, yeah, so I go through the gate.
There we go. Oh, nope.
Let's line up the ravens.
Imagine if you could get your front door to unlock like that.
Yeah.
Just stand in a certain way and look at it and it just goes.
Focus on the door.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty cool, but I mean, easy to bagel someone.
Yeah.
If I remember, this is like the first quite large open bit, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the bit where I think it's starting to get a little bit more complex with the puzzles.
looks the same, but feels different.
Be a great time to stop if you can't bother with the puzzles.
Or the forest itself. Is watching.
Yeah, I think we can leave it here if you want.
You know what to do.
Yeah, I think it's just more of those gate puzzles. Then you
Yeah.
open the door,
It's not safe to listen to them.
fight the big guy. So
Yeah.
You can do it. Don't touch it.
So with that has been our first look on the channel of Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Looking forward to Hellblade 2, Chris.
yeah, next week, like I said, if you've been again, the gameplay for this one, because we've played it before, it's a little bit different. It's obviously quite an older game, but it still holds up really, really well. But yeah, I think the game launches next Tuesday or Wednesday, but we'll most likely stream it on the Thursday. I might do it on launch day, depending on what timelines and schedule I like. But yeah, do join us. I presume it's going straight into cloud gaming. That's standard practice. So if not, I'll have to install it on my console.
It's day and date to Xbox Game Pass because it is a Microsoft-owned studio.
Indeed. So yeah, we'll pick up where Senua left off, and I'll be on my own because you're on your holidays.
I am indeed.
Off roaming about,
I am roaming about.
killing some Centurions out there.
A couple.
Just a few.
I'm going to go full Assassin's Creed on Rome.
Oh yeah. I mean, I bet when you get back, you'll have an urge to play Assassin's Creed 2.
I had an edge to play before when we booked it.
There you go. There you go. Just wait till
I
you get
started
back.
playing, but then I think I got Final Fantasy took over.
It happens.
But if you can't wait for next week for us to play Hellblade 2, we will have a podcast up on Monday at 8 a.m. GMT on youtube.com and on podcast services of your choice. We have a merch store where you can buy some awesome Gamer Guild merch. We have a Discord if you want to hang out with a lot of the lovely people who've been in the chat tonight. The links are all in the description below. And with that, my name's been Richie.
I've been Chris.
GG everyone, good night.
GG everyone. Like, subscribe.